Hello everyone. Today, we're going to dive into a topic that can dramatically improve the quality of our lives, learning to say no to certain types of people. But here's the catch. We're going to explore this through the lens of Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that teaches us to focus on what really matters. If you're ready to cultivate a life of purpose and inner peace, you've come to the right place. Before we dive into these transformational principles, make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit the notification bell. That way you'll never miss any of the valuable content we share to help you navigate life with wisdom and purpose. Okay, let's talk about the 9 types of people you should always say no to, guided by the timeless teachings of Stoicism. As many of you may already know, Stoicism is more than just a philosophy. It's a way of life. It's about recognizing what's within our control, accepting what's not, and maintaining inner peace amid life's uncertainties. As we explore these 9 personality types, remember that Stoicism serves as a guiding light to help us make decisions that align with our values and happiness. Without further ado, let's explore the art of saying no and apply Stoic wisdom to our daily lives. The first type of person we'll discuss today is the complainer. We've all encountered these individuals at some point in our lives, those who seem to find fault with everything and everyone, turning even the sunniest days into a storm of complaints. From a Stoic perspective that emphasizes maintaining inner peace, complainers can be significant saboteurs. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what's within our control and urges us to accept external events without letting them disturb our inner calm. However, chronic negativity has a way of creeping into our thinking, clouding our ability to appreciate the positive and work constructively toward solutions. That's why learning to say no to complainers is so essential, not out of disdain, but out of a commitment to protecting our mental health. By distancing ourselves from these individuals, we align ourselves with the principles of Stoicism and cultivate a mindset that allows us to face life's challenges with resilience and clarity. Saying no is a conscious choice that allows us to maintain our focus, energy, and inner peace, freeing us up to engage with people and situations that uplift us. In my experience, complainers can be like emotional vacuums. They drain your energy before you even realize it. I've learned that while it's okay to listen from time to time, it's equally important to set boundaries. Protecting your peace doesn't mean you abandon others. It means you choose to show up for what matters most. When I started saying no to complainers, I found that my own perspective became more solution-oriented and positive. It's not always easy, but it is transformative. Now let's turn our attention to the second type of person, the energy vampire. These are individuals who thrive on negativity, are quiet, and constantly drain the positive energy from those around them. In the world of Stoicism, where serenity is seen as the most important goal, working with energy vampires becomes essential to maintaining our emotional health. Stoicism teaches us to be mindful of how we react to external events, so that we are dangerously protective of our inner peace. Energy vampires often bring with them whining, dramatic situations, and an insatiable need for attention. Their constant presence can drain our positive energy, causing us to lose focus on the values and goals that truly matter. Saying no to these individuals is not an act of coldness or abandonment, but rather setting healthy boundaries. This is consistent with Stoic principles, which help us maintain our inner strength and ability to live our virtues of happiness. Stoicism encourages us to evaluate the impact these relationships have on our mental state and purposeful life. Constantly dwelling on negativity is not only unhelpful, but it also hinders the process of moving toward a life of serenity and meaning. I used to think that I had to put up with these people so as not to hurt their deep feelings. But after gaining a better understanding of Stoicism, I realized that the work of setting boundaries is not helpful but necessary. When I started saying no to extreme relationships or limiting interactions with people who constantly created conflict, I felt more relaxed and had more time to focus on the positive. If you ever feel drained after interacting with someone, it may be time to consider setting boundaries. Remember, saying no is also a way to say yes to your own peace. The third type, the chronic gossiper. We have all encountered people who spread rumors, gossip, and unnecessary gossip. In the world of Stoicism, where virtue and wisdom play a central role, engaging with chronic gossipers is essential to maintaining our moral integrity and inner peace. Stoicism teaches us to focus on what is truly important and avoid wasteful, dangerous elements. Gossip often brings discord and negativity, which is contrary to the goal of the Stoic person pursuing happiness and well-being. When we engage in gossip or absorb the rumors that these people spread, we risk being drawn into a spiral of negativity and unfounded judgment. Saying no to chronic gossipers is an act of building on the Stoic principle, living by our values, and prioritizing personal growth. Stoicism encourages us to rise above pettiness, to focus on intellectual pursuits, and to maintain a clear mind. By refusing to engage in such conversations, we not only protect our moral integrity, but also send a clear message. We are choosing to invest our time in conversations that are extremely valuable. It is about cultivating an environment of trust, respect, and genuine connection, products that are entirely consistent with Stoic ideals. I have found myself drawn into seemingly harmless fantasy stories, only to realize that they are not only a waste of time, but also leave me feeling mentally weighed down. Since adopting the age fix, I have come to understand that negative conversations not only erode my inner peace, but also take away from my core values. Instead, I started looking for more meaningful conversations that focused on growth and authentic connection with the people around me. Remember, saying no to meaningless conversations is not just about accepting negativity, it's about valuing your own time and energy. Type 4 Chronic Victims. We have all encountered individuals who, no matter what their circumstances, seem to view themselves as perpetual victims. In the world of Stoicism, where personal responsibility and resilience are central, saying no to chronic pain becomes necessary to cultivate a responsible mindset and decisive intensity. Stoicism teaches us to accept the realities of life while maintaining internal control. However, chronic victims often fail to recognize their own role in shaping their fate, instead blaming external factors. This way of thinking not only perpetuates a state of helplessness, but also negatively impacts those around them. Saying no to such individuals is not about denying or minimizing their real struggles. Rather, it is a commitment to personal responsibility and a refusal to engage in a negative mindset. Stoicism helps us overcome strong internal emotions and develop a solution-oriented mindset, rather than a problem-facing one. By refusing to take on the negative energy of chronic victims, we not only protect our inner safety, but also send a message that encourages resilience and self-reliance. This helps foster a positive environment where people can grow and overcome challenges rather than wallow in self-harm. I used to try to help people who saw themselves as victims, hoping that they would change their perspective. But the more I tried, the more I realized that if a person was not willing to take responsibility for their life, My help would only make them feel more comfortable in their helplessness. Stoicism has taught me that sometimes the best way to help someone is to refuse to support their negative thinking. Learning to say no to chronic victims is not about giving up on them, but about giving them the opportunity to look at their problems and find solutions for themselves. It also helps us focus on relationships and goals that bring us positive value. Type 5, the manipulator. We have all encountered individuals who possess subtle persuasive abilities, often motivated by a desire to control situations or people for personal gain. In the context of Stoicism, where reason and objectivity are highly valued, recognizing and saying no to manipulators is crucial to maintaining autonomy and the ability to make informed decisions. Manipulators often use subtle techniques to steer you into choices that do not fully reflect your own will. These people may make you feel pressured or guilty for not following their wishes. This not only threatens your autonomy, but also disrupts the inner balance that Stoicism encourages. Stoicism teaches us to rely on reason to make decisions, rather than being influenced by emotions or pressure from others. When dealing with a manipulator, saying no is not only about protecting your freedom, but also about standing up for your core values. This requires a high level of self-awareness and the ability to assess a situation objectively, qualities that the Stoic philosophy helps us cultivate. By saying no to manipulation, we not only take back control but also create space to make decisions that truly reflect who we are and our goals. It is a way to assert our independence and self-respect. I used to find it difficult to deal with manipulative people. They often made me confused between pleasing others and protecting myself. But when I applied the Stoic principles, I realized that if a decision is not made with reason and free will, it will not bring peace. Learning to say no to manipulation is a difficult lesson, but it brings confidence and a sense of control over your life. If you ever feel like someone is trying to control you, stop and ask yourself, is this decision really mine? If the answer is no, then saying no is the right thing to do. Saying no is not rejecting others. It is saying yes to yourself. Stay tuned as we explore the different types of people you should say no to in order to maintain a full and balanced life in the Stoic spirit. Type 6, the envious competitor. We have all encountered individuals who, rather than celebrating their own or others' successes, are driven by jealousy and competitiveness. In the world of Stoicism, where virtues such as courage and justice are central, saying no to envious competitors is essential to staying focused on your own path and avoiding unnecessary conflict. Envious competitors often see life as a zero-sum game, where someone else's success means their own failure. This way of thinking not only breeds negativity, but also creates unnecessary conflict in relationships. Stoicism, on the other hand, challenges this view by emphasizing personal excellence and the pursuit of virtue over destructive competition. By saying no to envious competitors, we affirm that we will not let their negativity affect our own journey. Not only does this protect the individual's psyche, it also demonstrates a commitment to values like fairness, solidarity, and community. In Stoic philosophy, the concept of oikeiosis, the development of an awareness that we belong to a larger community, is fundamental. Refusing to engage in destructive competition fits into this concept. Instead of getting caught up in toxic comparisons, we should foster an environment where people support and uplift each other. I have had colleagues who viewed the success of others as a personal threat. Instead of celebrating each other, they sought to diminish the value of their achievements. When I tried to engage with these people, I realized that their negativity not only distracted me, but also made me feel dissatisfied with my own accomplishments. Through practicing Stoicism, I learned that life is not a race against others, but a journey to better myself. Saying no to such people is how I stay focused on my goals and build more positive relationships. Remember, when we refuse to participate in toxic competition, we are choosing a more virtuous and meaningful path. Type 7, the constant critic. We have all encountered people who, through their negative lens, seek to criticize everything from our choices to our actions. In the world of Stoicism, which encourages self-reflection and a focus on self-improvement, saying no to constant critics becomes crucial to protecting our self-esteem and staying true to our principles. Constant critics often challenge our self-esteem, causing us to doubt ourselves and erode our confidence over time. While constructive criticism can be a tool for growth, constant criticism does not contribute positively, but instead undermines our motivation and self-belief. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of maintaining self-esteem and focusing on virtue, things we can control. When we refuse to accept unnecessary criticism, it is a statement that we are choosing to engage in relationships and conversations that promote growth instead of those that drag us down. Saying no to constant criticism does not mean ignoring all feedback, but rather distinguishing between useful advice and negative opinions that are not worth paying attention to. This helps us stay focused on our goals and grow as individuals in a positive way. I used to feel that listening to every opinion from others was the way to improve myself, but looking back, I realized that not all criticism is valuable. Some people are simply looking for faults instead of helping you become better. After adopting the Stoic philosophy, I learned that self-evaluation and discernment are the keys to maintaining self-esteem. Learning to say no to constant criticism is how I choose to filter the energy I let in. Instead of being dragged down by unnecessary comments, I focus on relationships and constructive conversations that help me grow stronger. Remember, self-esteem is not something that others give you. It is the result of staying true to your values and principles. Type 8. The unsupportive friend. We all encounter friends or acquaintances who, rather than being supportive, appear indifferent or even dismissive of our aspirations and goals. In the world of Stoicism, where virtuous friendships are emphasized, saying no to unsupportive friends is essential to building a positive network of influence that aligns with the values we hold. An unsupportive friend can manifest in many forms, from outright rejection of our goals to subtle discouragement that leaves us feeling skeptical about ourselves. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of evaluating these relationships through the lens of virtue. Saying no to unsupportive friends is not a rejection of friendship, but rather an affirmation of our commitment to the values of true friendship, ones that foster mutual growth, understanding, and support. It is also how we protect our minds and personal space to focus on pursuing a life of virtue and purpose. Stoicism teaches us to choose our companions wisely. A positive circle of friends not only supports us, but also helps us become better versions of ourselves. Saying no to friends who do not support us is a way to create space for relationships that bring real value, helping us grow spiritually and emotionally. I used to maintain some friendships out of a sense of obligation, even though those friends did not truly support or believe in my goals. This not only made me doubt myself, but also drained my energy for more important relationships. Applying the Stoic philosophy, I learned to realize that true friendship is not just about being present, but also about being able to support each other on the journey of life. When I decided to say no to unsupportive friends, I found myself opening up more space to connect with people who truly share my values and goals. Remember, the choices we make about our friends influence how we live. The right circle of friends not only supports us, but also pushes us to be better versions of ourselves. Type 9, the time-wasting individual. Stoicism places a strong emphasis on the value of time, considering it the most valuable asset we possess. Saying no to individuals who consistently waste our time on frivolous or irrelevant activities is a way for us to respect this asset and use it wisely. Time is a non-renewable resource, and how we spend our time reflects our values and priorities. Individuals who waste our time often drag us into meaningless activities or aimless conversations, distracting us from focusing on more important things. Stoicism teaches that we need to be clear about how we spend our time and spend it on what is truly valuable. Saying no to individuals or activities that waste our time is not an act of rejecting them, but a way of affirming our commitment to our goals, virtues, and life purpose. When we say no to relationships or situations that don't add value, we create space for more meaningful opportunities. It also protects our energy and focus to do what really matters in life. I used to have a hard time saying no when someone asked for my attention, even when I knew it wasn't really important. However, learning from the Stoic philosophy helped me understand that every moment of the day is an opportunity to do something meaningful. When I started saying no to people or activities that didn't contribute positively to my life, I found that my time was spent more efficiently and my sense of satisfaction increased significantly. If you find yourself getting pulled into time-wasting activities, remember that saying no isn't selfish. It's respecting your time. Making time for what really matters is how we live more fully and purposefully. As you go through life, make an effort to surround yourself with positive people who will help you grow and move you closer to your goals. Such relationships will not only strengthen your inner self, but will also contribute to a fulfilling and meaningful life. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and share it with someone who could benefit from this message. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay strong and stay steadfast, because you deserve a life of harmony and purpose.